Sandoval, 56 months. Wow. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Hello. Hi, Tasty. Hi, Philostan. Hi, Silrian. Wow, I did not pronounce that well tonight. Lekevbo, welcome. Daddy Deets. Hi, Sanguinary. Hi, Kuba. Hi, Drum. And Sandoval, 56 months. Aliens? Well, what do we reckon? What do we think? Hi, Greet. Hi, Calidus. Hi, Evan. Warlock. That's so nice.
Warlock
of you.
gifted
Thank
6
you for
months of tier
gifting.
1 to Vox in socks.
6
They've
months
gifted
of
1,023
Vox? That's so
months in the
nice of
channel.
you. Too kind. Unless something significant happened while I was not checking the news, no. Well, there's the comet that's coming. Do we think it's like an alien drive-by? Because that's what I think. It could just be a random floating rock out of space, but it could also be aliens. So... can cross that out from my calendar. Oh, no fucking way you did that. That's so not what that's so wholesome. That's so wholesome. What? That's very kind of you. Tasty.
Tell everybody it's a cult when they first come in. You'll scare them off.
And Valorant.
Community. Keep it casual.
She is Valorant. Wow. Doubles?
You can't just tell everybody it's a cult when they first
You had to
come
make
in.
sure it
You'll
was
scare 'em off.
working?
Community, guys. Community. Keep it casual.
Well, it looks like it's working. Yeah, I feel like it's aliens. I've got to finish this wine because you know white wine doesn't last very well in the fridge. Hi for Sony. Chad, I had a cold shower. And then after said cold shower, I was like, So I didn't get ready, and so you get a no makeup stream. Yeah, it's the same rosé from the other night. Do you think we're getting like... Do you think we're getting scouted and they're just gonna do a drive-by? I still don't know what we're referencing when we say aliens. No makeup, out of here, bye. Yeah, well, I couldn't be fucking bothered today. So, deal with it. I have not read the second book in the 3 Body Problem series, no. I haven't even read the first book. I haven't read the series. Pixel! No diggies. Aww. Cold showers are not good. Cold showers are not good. They're no good. Why cold? I have no water. I mean, a cold shower when it's really hot, I can handle, but it's got to be like lukewarm, you know? Ice baths are not better. Truly, I really don't know why Pixel starts coughing only when I just start stream. It's like she's trying to get relaxed and she can't figure it out, and just to cough a little bit before she settles, and it just always upsets me for some reason. Because she doesn't do it when I'm chilling with her. That's smart, Dirty Deeds. I don't have to do that anymore because I'm rocking Recession Core Brown. I want my skin to be red by the end. Is that what you mean by loves to shower? I love swimming at the beach. You're just getting the full Titanic experience. I don't think I was supposed to be in a time where the availability of hot water was not a thing. You know? And yet you want a castle? Yeah, with modern plumbing. I don't want like an old crumbly castle. I want a proper one with electricity and plumbing. You would get consumption? No, I wouldn't. It's the kind of castle that looks like a house inside? Correct. That's what I want. No, I don't want the hot water buckets. Like I want like proper amenities. I did watch House of Guinness. Has anybody watched it yet? I loved it. It's 8 episodes. Um Not sure about the politics, but I loved the family politics. Um it was, yeah. I really enjoyed it. So it was incredibly well filmed. The acting was great. The story kept me. Yeah, it's on Netflix. Oh, fancy box. I might watch it as my lunch show. What am I, chopped liver? Yeah, it does have Joffrey in it. An Irish show for an Irish streamer? Yeah, I've been practicing my accent, but we skipped level 4 of the hype train, so you didn't even get to see if it improved from me watching the show. Mm-hmm. Hi, Tigan. Anybody else who's just joining us, welcome. The end of another week, hey? I'm not gonna lie, chat, my mood is a little bit low, but for no particular reason, only hormone. Like all day yesterday, I had that feeling where I just wanted to cry, but nothing is wrong. And that's when you know it's hormones, because nothing is wrong, but I had the physical sensation of wanting to cry. So, yeah. Yeah, well, not having hot water is not helping the situation, but. Hey, Ruggers. I don't know what an A1C test is, Punky, but it does sound like you need to be on it like a specific diet or something. As somebody who has currently restricted their diet like a little bit, I don't know, I think we all need to be healthier. It's just really hard. I get the physical sensation of wanting to cry all the time. It's not normal. No, it could indicate that there's something wrong with your hormones, Trier. Like, sure, you could be that depressed, or you could have, like, your thyroid could be doing something funny. Truly. No hot water is a crime. And I can't even, like, be mad about it.
This is a full-blown house deposit, so...
Talking of being healthy, I cleaned my house and it looks fantastic.
I'm
It has
really
taken
happy
all
for you, I
weekend.
can't give a duck. That feeling's incredible, hey? That's so good. I need to do a little bit of tidying and some washing tomorrow, but I've been waiting for hot water, so. You're down a few pounds, nice. You seemed really down on Friday. I was not down on Friday. Like, seriously, my mood was fine on Friday. Today, I'm down. I have no problem telling you how I'm feeling, but I did not indicate at all that I was down on Friday. That is an assumption you have made. I had a great stream on Friday. What do you mean? Can you not tell when I sing for that long I'm in a good mood? Hi, I love green trees. Tuna and spicy noodles for dinner, and some reason they tasted like the best thing ever. Nah, that tracks. I had eggs and rice this morning with chili oil. And then I had some crackers with goat's cheese on them. I probably need to eat a vegetable. I've been putting it off today. An AIC panel is testing base blood sugar. As in like it might be diabetes. Oh gosh, Andromeda. Oh, you can do this. You can do this. I hope the money is good. Eat a tomato, they're fruit. I don't have any tomatoes left. I'm out. I've got to do shopping tomorrow. I will be taking this week pretty easy because next week is games week. And I will be doing social events. So the next 3 weeks are going to be a little dicey, would be my guess, but I will be doing my best. So I just know that after 4 days of socializing, not next week, but the week after that, I'm going to need like at least 2 comatose days of like lying like a vampire. Oh, that's not bad. I'm saying nothing. Yeah, because you know exactly what's going to happen. Hi, Professor Fappington. So does that mean no social co-op games in the future? Probably not. So do you, so I don't have to remind you. I know, I'm still going to be so pissed off at myself though. Hey! Dark Forces, thank you for the 70 months. Wow. And a sneaky tier 3? Too cool. Yeah, Guppy, isn't that interesting? Didn't we watch the Potato Farmer guy on stream? Oh, fuck, I left my straightener on. I can hear it beep. Brain. Thank God it's a good straightener that probably won't burn down the apartment because, oops. Still thinking about that bucket of onion rings. I need that in my life, but I have no bucket available here. Yeah, I ate them all. And I ate the other two after, and they were so good. I think I'll have dumplings later, but I might just also have some capsicum and carrot. If the apartment starts burning, you'll have hot water. Stop. Do you know, last night I got really hot in my sleep. So I'm either going through menopause or for some reason my apartment got randomly hot. And I'm really worried that during summer, this apartment's going to be fucked. I'm a bit nervous. So anyway, we'll see. Hey, Sportler. I don't think I'm going to be really real with everyone here. I really do think that things like Ozempic and Mounjaro are really good for people with diabetes, but I do not think that it replaces a good diet. The side effects that you can get, ask me how I know. I haven't been on it, but I do know people on it. The side effects you can get from being on that drug while not eating a healthy diet are really bad. Like your hair can fall out and like there's a lot of shit that can happen. I don't know, you are what you eat and you need nutrients. And by the way, this is me saying do as I say, not as I do, because I'm not that good at it either, but that's what I mean, Mandy. It's such an incredible drug, especially for people with food noise. Um, you can get it for diabetes. I mean, salmon here. Potatoes do have nutrients. I love potatoes. Yeah, Professor Fappington, I feel like nobody really talks about the adverse side effects of like not being able to eat. And so then everything you eat has to be something that is nutritious because you don't want to eat a lot. Real Martigen, it's because it's still a pretty new drug, right? People like the side effects are still coming out. But yeah, hair loss is definitely a thing. Oh no, I think the emotional aspect of food is one of the biggest things. You know, we all know my habit with sugar, which I've been unable to escape since I was a teenager. Uh, Hold on a second, chat. back. Yeah, salmon mousse. And see, again, that's just another thing that because it's really hard to eat enough. There's aliens now. Well, I was just watching a whole bunch of stuff on the comet that's coming by. Yeah, Punky, it's so funny. Um, I my mom was always really good about food. But ballet was not good for food. And then it's really weird. When I was younger, it happened more, but it was almost fine to comment on someone's body. Like, people would always be like, oh my God, you're looking so good. You're looking so thin. What are you doing? Are you on a diet? And that used to be normal conversation. Eric did an etiquette video based around the comment. We'll watch it then. Yeah, that's normal, Vox. Eating food that makes you feel emotionally good, I think sometimes is normal. You don't have to eat for nutrition only. Tasty. Yeah, you don't have to finish your plate. I think it's also learning to portion size for yourself, and that can be really hard when you've got a bad relationship with food. Oh, Punky, that's awful. I'm very bad at portion sizes. I don't know what a normal portion is. I think most of the time it's smaller than you think it is, but you know, I think what happens though when you eat a lot for a long time or big portion sizes for a long time, your stomach stretches, and so it takes longer for you to feel full, and sometimes it can be like a never-ending cycle of eating more to feel full. And yeah. Guppy, you and my dad. My dad, we sometimes, very early on in my life, we would have family dinners sometimes. And we'd sit at the table and all the plates would be out and they'd be just on the table and my dad will have already finished his meal. And be sitting there just looking around. Like, truly. You never feel full? You don't get chat. How many of you have this? Do you not feel full? How common is that? Well, yeah, people do it on purpose, follow Stan. I definitely have a full threshold. I hit it last night. We went out to a tapas restaurant because it was Ruby's birthday. And so Ruby just invited a few of us to go to dinner. And I had a salmon taco and a beef taco and some paella and some patatas bravas and some sangria, and it was really good. And a chocolate dessert that I had 2 bites of. but we shared. Yeah, ADHD meds will fuck you for feeling full. That is definitely what all my friends say as well. It's weird since being med free and trying really hard to listen to my body and like if I'm hungry, like eating and just trying to see how I feel on any given day. But some days I get it right and some days I get it wrong, I think. Yeah, same Vox. I found that with estrogen. So I was on a hormone pill years ago now. But it wasn't a progesterone only one, it was an estrogen one. And honestly, I could not stop eating. Like the estrogen alone, but like I knew in my head that I should stop eating, but I just couldn't. I was so hungry all the time. Like the hunger feeling was there all the time. Yeah, I mean, it's so different for everyone, and I don't think people realize how much your food history plays into your relationship with food and your ability to make changes depending on what they are, if that makes sense. Like, my history is obviously very different to a lot of people's here because I counted calories and starved myself and vomited. Like, and then I was vegan for a while, and it was a diet that was basically about gorging on as much food as you wanted, but obviously very restricted. And, even now, I would say that my relationship with food is pretty good. It's pretty neutral. But then, me and sugar, we have a problem, and it's probably going to kill me. So I really got to sort that one out. But at a later date. Hi, Mo. Could smash 2 pizzas in a sitting. Yeah. The sour gummies, they're just too good. We always go back. I really do. I always go back. You have a problem with donuts? See, I am not particularly drawn to a donut. Like, I could take or leave a donut. Like, put it in front of me and I would eat it, but it's not really something I would seek out. You love donuts more than anything? I get it. I feel that way about some things. Everybody has their Achilles heel, Chat, what's your weakness? What's your weakness? If I had to think of mine, these days it's definitely a Coke Zero. I'm thinking about one right now. Definitely Swedish candy is up there for me now. Nicotine. Yeah. If I listened to what my body wants, I would only eat cheese. Cheese is pretty good. Fried potato is pretty good. Chocolates, watermelon, grapes. Yum. Saltwater taffy. I'll go buy and eat some candy and you can enjoy it via proxy. It doesn't count. Coke Zero, McDonald's hash browns, and espresso tonics. Hey, that's not too bad. McDonald's hash browns have gluten in them. Wonder if I can get a gluten-free hash brown at some point. You had a pizza? Yum. Most things have gluten in them. A lot of things have gluten in them. Yeah. But I've been feeling so much better. So, yeah. No, I don't want to make it myself. Of course you can make a gluten-free hash brown. I made one for myself the other day. I posted it on my Instagram story. I grated the potatoes. I made it from scratch. Just like that. And I had it with eggs and veggies but it's not the same as a McDonald's one. You got Achilles tendonitis first in one foot and then in the other last month? No. Does that need stretching? You got celiac too? Yeah, I have celiac as well. I have to admit it because I was in denial for a very long time because I've got no blood markers. But I definitely have it. The issue is I have sensitivities on top of that. And I think one of them is like corn. But I think cornstarch is okay. So I'm not sure. I'm still just kind of like testing and things. Stretching and laser treatments. I know the exact laser treatments you're getting because they did them on my jaw muscles. Well, look, I hope they work for you. I'm in my corn discovery phase as to where and what I can and cannot digest. You have no GI problems? Do you know, yeah, that's the other thing. I didn't know that you could have celiac for years with no symptoms. And then one day, I'm sorry, this is going to give everybody hypochondria. So this lady on the forums had no symptoms, and then one day went in and she had the worst villus atrophy the doctor had ever seen. From like the one final glutening. Yeah. And how is it so common now? Like I used to say when I really did used to be so judgmental of people thought, like I used to be very judgmental of people being gluten-free if they didn't have, diagnosed celiac disease, but I feel like it's so common now. You got new shoes? Okay, well, I hope it works. That's so annoying. It's the final glutening. It's scary. I've been pretty gaunt and tired most of my life. Now I know why. It was most of your life? Fucking hell, Laser Green. That's crazy. I'm so sorry that you didn't get it sorted sooner. Mine has definitely only been post-veganism. I know what I like. Yeah. And I'm not blaming veganism, okay? But yeah. I better eat this garlic bread before it happens. Hey, if you don't have any symptoms and you eat relatively healthy, I wouldn't worry too much. Does it have something to do with the breeds of wheat that they use now? Potentially. Could also be the fact that we eat just so much more processed foods. And I understand that that's a useless term as Strawman's going to tell us because, define processed foods. But I'm talking like unhealthy processed foods. And I think the key is eating more vegetables and things like that. But again, We also have people in this chat who have like diverticulitis, and eating fibrous vegetables is really bad for that. So it's, it's really one thing or the other. But I know about 4 different people personally who have had bowel cancer. 2 who were very young at the time. And then my grandma. So see, Vox, I'm kind of on the Eastern everything belongs in a soup wagon at the moment. Like I not that I eat this way, but I do think potentially the healthiest way to eat is to put a whole bunch of veggies in some water and eat them that way because they're so digestible. It's 50 minutes long, Alcerian. What are you trying to do to me? Find a shorter one. High fiber isn't just grains though, Punky. You know that, right? Like you can get fiber from potato skins, vegetables. I don't think you're supposed to just go out and have bread. Yeah, it makes me pretty nervous. Like I'm getting so my next specialist appointment is next month, just after PAX. So, I'll probably get like a checkup colonoscopy, and I don't think it's going to be good. You look different today in a good way. I'm not wearing any makeup. So I will take your compliment. But yeah, I look different. I'm not wearing any makeup. I think some people think when you're recommended a high fiber diet, they're just like, what's fiber? Oh, it's high fiber bread. No. You have to look it up properly. And also you do have to realize that the nutritional advice that is given out by doctors is incredibly dumbed down.
This is a full-blown house deposit, so
You're gonna do great. They're gonna look at that colon and say, wow, what a nice colon. I would love to live
I
here."
hope so. She doesn't love you. I hope that's what it is. Oh, yeah. I've seen the inside of my colon too, Brian. The photos of it. I was asleep during the thing, though. We do need to eat more leaves. Shado, thank you so much for the 67 months, by the way. The colonoscopy achievement, good for you. Don't. Chat, all health in the best thing you can do for your health is preventative shit. I say, as I sit here drinking a glass of wine, which we know will eventually kill me. Look, you don't have to live a life without vice. I'm not healthy. Do not take advice from me. Okay? I can sit here and theorize it as much as I fucking want. Do not take advice from me. I don't know if I'm healthy. That I completely agree with you, Laser Green. I don't think everybody is working towards health. Kind of hot in this run as well. You got to bring that up. It's preventative. It's preventing the wine from going to waste. You're so right. It is. Molding my philosophy around whatever you say next, 42. Are you advising us not to take advice from you? Which is also advice you shouldn't take. Oh no, we're in a spin. I don't... Oh my god. What is the clip? Is this safe for work?
My thighs wax, and my waxing lady said, should we do your bum as well? I said, go for it. Can't see it down there, but go for it if you think it needs it doing. And then she's down there waxing it, cheeks spread, right? And I'm holding it for her with my hand there. And what did you say, Amy?
I said, that is a gorgeous ring.
That's a gorgeous ring you've got there. I said, what? And I thought, well, that's the best compliment I think I've ever had in my entire life. What did I say? I said, thank you. And I was
For those of you who don't know, she does actually have a ring on her hand.
processing it. And I thought, wow, what a compliment. What do they normally look like? Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't know. She meant this ring. She meant this ring. That's a gorgeous ring you've got there.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine? I bet none of you can imagine. Because most of you are men. And most of you probably haven't had a whole lot of people up in your bits in that way. Have you? It's different for you. You probably haven't experienced this, have you? I have. It's so normalized. It's so normalized. What, someone all up in your business? I remember when I was younger and I used to get waxes. The whole thing was traumatizing. I literally just cannot recommend. One of my friends used to be a waxer. And she has seen so many different vajayjays and buttholes and hair types. It just becomes really normal. I think, I don't know. It's very normal. Lol, high rage, bro. Fine. Post it in the Discord. Well, I'll have a little peep. Chat, I'm going to be so real with you. If you do want hair removal for whatever reason, I just would highly recommend laser. It's pretty cheap now, and I would just recommend it so much. Like, you don't have to get it everywhere, but like getting laser under my arms, life-changing. Because you just don't have to shave them ever. And like, you don't have to shave them ever anyway, because having body hair is normal and natural. And if that's your thing, that's fine. But like, man, just the amount of times I got them waxed when I was like poor and laser was super expensive when I was growing up. Honestly, just straight to laser. You've been listening to my stream trier, and now it's only going to double. Chat, lasers are really good for a lot of issues. Like even Wallach with his Achilles heel, lol. I had lasers on my jaw. There's obviously laser hair removal. There's laser skincare that is pretty good now and relatively accessible. Um, you know what I would really like that rich people have that I can't afford, and it's very hard because you've got to get a good one, is the red light LED mask that everybody's using, but a lot of them are really bad. So I've had a few at professional places, and basically the wavelengths of an LED light is it's like really good for collagen in your skin. What is it? It's really good for like collagen and healing and scar healing, and it's probably my biggest recommendation. Red light LED mask. But see, I don't know which any of the good ones are. So, because I've never looked into it because they're so expensive and I don't actually know. But like, hold on, it's pretty scary because look, they kind of look like they look like this. Oh my god, look at this. They look like this. Look how scary they look, right? Yeah, it is horror movie for feel, but also, hold on. They're also like, I'm pretty sure to get a good one, they're like $800 because you have to have the right wavelength or it doesn't work. No, it's different, Percy. It's the specific wavelength. Like there's one here at JB Hi-Fi. I don't know, called Theraface or something. I don't know, I haven't looked into this, but I do know a couple of my girlfriends use them. What is it? So basically it boosts collagen production, reduces wrinkles, improves plumpness, lol. 3 highly precise wavelengths. But like even here, look at this. I love when I give you this education that is so femme coded, but you just like, you have to listen. Like, that's a huge difference. Like, even look at the acne. Look at the acne difference from just the mask. No, it's not Hoodoo. I don't think, Fox. I don't think it is. You had me at lasers. I know. Think of it, guys. It's sci-fi. This is Star Wars for your fucking face. Boosts collagen production, fine lines and wrinkles, energizes cells to firm, tighten, and brighten skin, targets areas where signs of aging are more pronounced, boosting collagen production deep under the skin. I've done this and it works. I've had this treatment I haven't used the mask. No, your mum probably has the wrong one then, Hustlin, because I've done this treatment twice in a professional setting and I think it has made a huge difference. But they're expensive, so I don't think I will buy one. But they're definitely not a scam. Also, hi, Deja Vu. How long did you have to use yours for to notice a difference? What's the treatment called? I think my wife would like it. It's just an LED therapy. Yeah, I do think it's all about the wavelength, Hustlin. So I know that, so when I got it done professionally, you've got to get the like right wavelength, and that's why a lot of the masks got taken off the shelf for being scams, because like anything you would buy on Amazon would probably be a scam. Like you have to buy the proper one. Wait, it's therapy? Oh no, thanks. Illuminated laser hair removal would be so much cheaper for you. I think the first LED thing I had done, it was $30 and it was just a yellow LED. And I wouldn't say I noticed that much of a difference, but it was nice lying under the light for 13 minutes. Like it's kind of like forced meditation. You just lie there and it's warm and it kind of, I don't know, you're just under the light for 13 minutes. And then I've had one of these like high powered red ones, and I do think I noticed like a difference. And my sister got one recently. So good for her. I think my mum got hers from QVC. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to cut it. That's why I think the proper ones are like $1,000. I'm not even kidding. Or at least 900 from what I'm seeing, which is insane. I'll let my skin be ugly and wrinkly like God planned. I have the TheraFace. It was $900. I used it 2-3 times a week and noticed a difference after 2 weeks. Can you say what the differences were? You lost me at $1,000. Yeah, it's a lot of magic cards, party hardy. Same. But to give you an idea, the celebrities are using these on their entire bodies. So they're not just using it on their face. They go in and they get the whole fucking thing on their bodies. That's why their skin looks so good. It's why it looks so plump and healthy, because they've had like the whole thing on their bodies. No, I think this is pretty science-based, this LED stuff. I don't know. Let's have a look. Where's YouTube? Let's investigate. Ask Dr. Joe, what's red light therapy? Wait a minute, there's so much more. Oh, here. The science of red light masks, are they a scam?
Red light, it's everywhere. Celebrities, skincare influencers, biohackers, male wellness influencers get their own special name for some reason.
Hold on, I'll show you. Sorry, we're diving into this. I want to be educated. I don't care about the article. Oh, wait, hold on. I need to move you guys.
Skincare influencers, biohackers, male wellness influencers get their own special name for some reason. What does it do? Which masks actually work? Why are they so expensive? And can you make your own cheaper version? I'm Michelle, chemistry PhD and skincare nerd. To get to the bottom of this, I teamed up with Becky Stern and Ruth Amos, two incredible makers here on YouTube. Let's start with the science of red light. Light can do stuff to skin. I know this sounds like weird pseudoscience, and frankly, a lot of the stuff around red light gives off kind of cult vibes. It's hard to take it seriously when it's promoted by a lot of people like this.
Sunning your balls and photobiomodulation. They're all slap.
What? 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 All right, you Make sure you're sunning your balls, chat.
and massaging.
But there are lots of other examples.
And the ball slapping? Wow, who knew, chat? Who knew?
Examples of skin absorbing light and that energy making something happen. Laser hair removal, really intense light gets absorbed by pigmented hair, it turns into heat, and that kills the hair. UVB from the sun can get absorbed by this thing, a bond breaks, and you get pre-vitamin D. Or it gets absorbed by DNA, that reacts, and that can lead to lots of things like skin cancer, pigment-producing cells pumping out more pigment, and these pigment-producing cells multiplying. In the 1960s, lasers started being used for medical treatments, and there were questions about whether this really intense light might trigger cancer. So a scientist tried zapping shaved rats with red light every day. I know this does not help with the weird cult vibes. He didn't find any cancer, but the zapped rats regrew their hair faster. He used red light because the first lasers were red, and this whole rats with nice hair thing led to more investigation of light treatments. There's now been thousands of studies published on red light, including clinical trials. These found benefits for a whole bunch of things like osteoarthritis, wound healing, pain relief.
This is the other thing. They do use it for pain relief and
of course, skin improvements. The science is a bit murky for reasons that we will get into, but scientists largely agree that red light does something called photobiomodulation. Photo means light, it's modulating, which means speeding up or slowing down biological processes and reactions that were naturally happening in your skin.
The evidence really isn't as solid for skin as other evidence-based topical skin treatments we talk about, like sunscreen and retinoids, and those are usually also a lot cheaper. But I think it's pretty clear that red light does something. Honestly, I am pretty surprised because before—
Wait, maybe Mums did work. She has grown her mustache. Like, unironically hustling?
I looked into it properly, the vibes were just like so bad. Full disclosure, I haven't done any sponsorships with masks or light devices, but I have been sent a whole bunch of masks over the years. Now that I have looked into them, I am more motivated to try to use them, but I am just really bad at forming habits, so we'll see.
Here's what seems to be happening. Red light goes into your skin, it gets absorbed by the mitochondria.
Say the line, Bart!
The powerhouse of the cell. Basically, this respiration reaction is how our body produces energy. That energy is what powers all of the chemical reactions happening inside our cells. There are lots of little reactions that add up to make this overall process, and a lot of them are happening inside your mitochondria. They contain an enzyme, and one of its jobs is to just chop up the oxygen. To control how much oxygen chopping happens, there's a whole bunch of nitric oxides sitting in the way, and that is not choppable. The main way that red light is thought to work is it breaks the glue sticking the nitric oxide on so that more oxygen can come in and get chopped, you get more energy. You get faster respiration, which generally seems to speed up natural processes. So in skin, what happens is you get faster healing and repair, reduced inflammation. You also get faster cell reproduction, including fibroblasts, which are cells that are in the dermis of the skin, so the lower layer. They produce more substances like collagen and elastin, which gives your skin a lot of its volume and elasticity, and it generally helps with texture. So that generally makes your skin look and behave better. But just to make things a bit more complicated, which is going to be a recurring theme, some cells that don't have that oxygen chopping enzyme, they still respond to red light. So there are probably other things in the mitochondria that are absorbing light and increasing respiration. That released nitric oxide also widens blood vessels, so you get increased blood flow, which also could contribute to the skin benefits. And there might just be completely different mechanisms that haven't been found yet. But what lights will actually make all of this happen, that's where things get a bit more messy. There are two important things when it comes to light and skin. First, wavelength. This is basically the color of the light, and we are using the word color very loosely here. Things in your skin that absorb light, we call these chromophores. They absorb some colors of light and not others. If I shine this red laser through the red cellophane, the brightness doesn't change much, so most of the red light is going through. But the blue makes it a lot dimmer, so there is energy absorbing into the blue cellophane here. There's potential for a reaction, but there is much, much less for the red. My blue laser doesn't match as nicely, but you can see it does still get dimmer in the red and brighter through the blue. So this time, there's more potential for a reaction in the red cellophane. For skin treatments, the most studied wavelengths are red, partly because that is what they researched first, the rats with the good hair. Red light also gets deeper into your skin. It isn't
Not them figuring this out because rats grew nice hair.
absorbed by as much stuff near the very top, so this white light mostly has red left over. In general, it seems like red wavelengths roughly between 600 and 700 nanometers have similar effects in skin. The main two wavelengths you'll see in LED skin products are 633 nanometers and 660 nanometers. Also, LEDs aren't lasers, so they put out a range of wavelengths. This one will be the main one, but they'll put out some on either side of that, and there's also a bit of wiggle room about where the middle is, so plus or minus about 10 nanometers. Some masks also have near infrared. This is like an invisible, redder version of red. It has longer wavelengths and they can penetrate deeper. 770 to about 1200 nanometers has similar overall effects on skin, so the ones down here, but it seems to be absorbed by a different part of the cell. It's photoreceptors in the cell membrane and on membranes inside the cell. Some studies have actually found that near infrared might be more beneficial than red light, and that might be because it penetrates deeper, so it reaches more cells. The most popular wavelength for skin is 830 nanometers. Yes, there is a gap here. For some reason, it seems like these wavelengths just don't have these usual effects.
This is so weird. What the fuck?
Might be because oxygen absorbs those wavelengths and that could just kind of interfere with that whole oxygen chopping thing. And this is just another complicated thing with light. Some wavelengths will actually undo the effects of other wavelengths. The sun is one example. It has all of these wavelengths, including the beneficial red and infrared ones. But if you get a whole bunch of sunlight, then all of this stuff actually ends up getting worse. Biology is complicated. There are a few less popular wavelengths. Blue is still used quite a bit. The most popular one is 415 nanometers. It's mostly used for acne, so blue light gets absorbed by substances, which are called porphyrins, inside acne bacteria. And this makes free radicals, which kill the bacteria. It is a lot like how benzoyl peroxide works. But blue light...
That's really interesting that you go sit under a blue light for acne. So it's not just the wavelength, it's the absence of other wavelengths? Yeah.
Can also make the brown hyperpigmentation marks that you might get after acne go darker, and they might hang around for longer. So the light giveth and taketh away. Yellow might do something anti-aging-ish, so these sorts of effects, but there's a lot less evidence for it. For green, there is even less. That's wavelength. The other big thing we care about is dose. How much light are we getting? And again, it's kind of messy, and those quotation marks are there for a reason, because how much light isn't actually a straightforward question. Light is kind of like balls being thrown into your skin, and the official definition of dose is the total weight of the balls. But there are a whole bunch of other factors that change what effect the same total dose can...
No, I'm pretty sure a white light Tigan is what you need to grow plants indoors. Because I was looking at them, because I do think some of my indoor plants aren't getting enough lights. And I was like, well, how do they do it with the sneaky plants? And I was like, maybe I need to buy some grow lights. But then I just moved my plants to a more sunny spot. But there's one plant I can't move to a sunny spot, but I also don't have a power point there, so I couldn't plug in a light anyway. And then I was like, are people going to think I'm weird if I've got like a grow light sitting over one of my plants? Because I'm a bit worried about it. Don't ask questions, chat.
This is just a few of them. So let's say you have 10 light balls. Fluence is how spread out the balls are on the skin. Power is how quickly the balls are shot towards the skin. Irradiance is probably the most useful number. It is a mix of fluence and power. It's essentially how bright the light is. But it doesn't tell you the total dose unless you also take into account the treatment time, how long the light is shooting into your skin. There's also how you split this up, 1 big session a week versus 3 smaller ones. Also, how far the light is from your skin. If you have the light pushing into your skin, then it will mostly go in, but if it's further away, then a lot of that will actually get reflected. There are estimates where it's 60%, even 90% of the light just bouncing right off. The pressure from the tool pushing into your skin also makes skin absorb better. For example, it pushes the blood away. So the World Association for Biomodulation Therapy, I know how their logo looks. It has on versus off skin as one of the essential things you need to report in clinical trials. And this is all really annoying because
I've never had any on skin. It's always been just light. I haven't had anything sitting on my skin.
the studies out there don't all match, so it's really hard to compare because all of these things actually make a difference.
I'm sure it's
This leads me
linked.
onto a myth about red light masks that I've been seeing a lot. There was this video from a med student, Aviva Carter, that went viral last year. It's this idea that red light masks are useless because if you average out the brightness of the LEDs over the whole mask, it ends up being pretty weak, and you may as well use a higher powered panel for a shorter period of time. The overall dose, the number of balls going into your skin, is all that matters.
I tested it, and masks are the worst way to do red light therapy by far. It would be impossible to ever make a good one because LED light therapy requires an extreme amount of light. If I take a general average of the whole surface, I get a pathetic 2 milliwatts per centimeter squared. For perspective, to get the same amount of total red light shown to reduce wrinkles in this Omnilux panel study, it would require wearing the mask for 17.5 hours. I can get the same amount of total light
17.5 hours?
with 6 seconds on my panel rig as a 10-minute mask session. I'm summarizing papers with dose and outcome information as a public resource.
But compressing this dose information into just one single number doesn't actually work. The idea that the total dose is all that matters, it doesn't matter
Not her math checking a bro. I love this. Sorry.
if you get the red balls over 15 seconds or 15 minutes. This is called the Bunsen-Roscoe law of reciprocity. I'm so glad I got that right. Turns out this law is more of a gentle suggestion. It breaks all the time with light treatments. Again, biology is complicated. Eating 3 meals in the morning doesn't give the same result as spacing them out throughout the day. Your body doesn't process the food/light in the same way. With light treatments, there's something called a biphasic dose response. As we go across from left to right, we are increasing the amount of light. It seems like if you don't have enough light, then you get no effects, but eventually, if you keep increasing, you pass the threshold, and the more light you use, the greater the effects you get. But at some point, you end up getting too much light, and your effects decrease. And eventually, you can actually get negative effects from having too much light. Possible
The fuck?
explanations for this: you might be chopping up the oxygen too fast and generating too many free radicals. It might be because of heat. Anecdotally, the main obvious issues in this area are irritation and hyperpigmentation. So again, the light giveth and taketh away. So you have a therapeutic window around here with a medium amount of light, and this is another law called the Arndt-Schulz law. A lot of scientists seem to like naming things after themselves. There are lots of in vitro studies with cells, animal studies, and clinical trials showing this relationship where the best amount of light is somewhere in the middle. This is just a handful of the ones relevant to skin. And to add more complexity, this relationship isn't just for the intensity or brightness of the light, the irradiance, but it's also with the total amount of light, so the energy or dose. And where you get the best results and when you start dipping into this negative region depends on a whole bunch of things: the wavelengths, the cells, the results that you're looking for, how deep the cells are, probably also
I think if you think it's made uppy, I disagree with that. I think this lady is being incredibly scientific. Like, we have to know that light has effects on skin. These are people trying to study the effects of light on skin. I don't know.
lots of genetic factors. On top of that, a mask is actually a
I'm also just hesitant of being anti-intellectual because fuck that shit.
bunch of bright spots spread out. That's not
Which
going
is why I opened the video in the first place.
to have the same effect as if you averaged it out and just had a continuous sheet of lower brightness. Again, that is that Bunsen-Roscoe law of reciprocity breaking. Yes, there are gaps in between the lights, but it isn't just the skin directly under the lights that get benefits, the surrounding areas do as well. There is a cool experiment where 2 wounds were created about 2 inches apart. Only one of them was treated with light, but the other wound also healed faster. There's also the light bouncing off skin thing. A lot of the bulbs are probably pressing into your skin in a mask, depending on how well the mask fits your face, but none of them will be for a panel. So even if the two products are putting out the same amount of light, the same dose, that's not actually what gets into your skin. So I think it's misleading to say that masks are a scam and everyone should just use a panel to get the same dose. Comparing one number from each just doesn't make sense scientifically. It would be nice to have a proper clinical trial comparing them for different skin benefits, but anecdotally, some people see better results from masks, some see better from panels, some people see side effects from one of these and not the other. But the most important thing, I think, is to find something that you are likely to use consistently. Because for all of these devices, the effects are cumulative. Small panels tend to be cheaper, but you generally need more space for them, and they need to be attached to a wall socket. But the treatment times are usually shorter, and you can use them for more parts of your body without it being super awkward, and there are more different options. Masks are easy.
Yeah, I wonder if you can put the face mask on your balls before or after you sun them. Lol.
To move around with. I found that I can actually cook with one on. Maybe this will finally help me build a habit. But it does depend on how well your eyes fit the mask. You can also get them into your luggage more easily if you travel a lot. You can use them on other parts of your body, but it's a little bit more awkward than a panel. Some people find masks uncomfortable, other people find sitting in front of a panel with their eyes closed or just staring into the light uncomfortable. I don't think there is a right answer for everyone. Also, I kind of lied about the wavelengths before. Those buckets of wavelengths do have the same overall effect, but some wavelengths are more powerful than others. You need a lot less 620 nanometer light to get the same effects as 650 nanometer, although both of them are red. Mess.
Again, whether red light treatments are worth it for you depends on so many factors. You really need to decide based on your own situation. What benefits you want out of it, like for your skin or other parts of your body, what your budget is, whether you can stick to using it. But I do think they offer benefits that standard cosmetic skincare products, the ones that you just slap on top of your skin, do not.
So in my opinion, the best way to deal with all of this complexity is to pick a product type, whether it's a mask or a panel, based on what you think you can benefit more from. I highly recommend reading reviews. Then for the products you're considering, check that they have parameters that do what you want. The combination of wavelength, irradiance, treatment schedule, also things like warranty and whether they break easily. For masks, these parameters tend to be what people agree works, the situation.
Interesting that it's 10 minutes 3 to 5 times a week.
With there not being many studies and the studies being sponsored by brands because there is not that much public funding for skincare research, that is a whole different mess I am not going into here, but it is pretty much the stuff in my retinol video, but just worse with a whole bunch of like scammy stuff and weird vibes layered on top. Most studies are on in-clinic panels, but there are a few studies on masks.
Wow. Male facial rejuvenation using a combination 633, 830, and 1072 LED face mask. That's so interesting that it's male facial rejuvenation.
If you're looking to buy a mask, I highly recommend this amazingly detailed review post from Vanessa of Goals to Get Glowing. Now, originally there was going to be a section here about using a cheap DIY light sensor that Becky designed to check how strong different masks were. A lot of light products just do not have accurate specs. We almost got there, but we ran into this problem where the infrared seemed to just confuse the sensor. Infrared is invisible, but the sensor is telling us that it is putting out tons of light in every color.
No, I can't believe they went and did an experiment. You want to call this video anti-scientific? They literally tried to make a tool to be able to...
If you know stuff about light sensors or spectrometers and you think you know what's going on and hopefully how to fix it, please reach out. That would be amazing. If you're wondering why masks are so expensive and if you can make your own cheaper version, check out Becky Stone's fascinating teardown and DIY version she designed. Or if you're into hacking your own stuff together or watching other people do that, Ruth Amos, she is an incredible inventor who's really into skincare. She builds her own mask and lounge suit in her video.
She built an LED suit so she can get it all over her body? This is the most celebrity thing. Oh, that's wild. That's wild. All right. What do we think, chat? What do you think? The rats grew hair. So we know that the rats grew hair. If it helps people with actual conditions, cool. Otherwise, hard pass. Let's look into red light.
This patient has knee pain and a red light therapy device. The question is, will it help? Let's find out. Hello and welcome to the Physio channel. My name's Daniel Lawrence, and in this video I'm going to give you my professional and evidence-based opinion on red light therapy for knee pain associated with osteoarthritis. This is a general educational video and not medical advice. So what is red light therapy? Red light therapy is also called low-level laser therapy and photobiomodulation. It exposes the body to low levels of red or infrared light, and unlike sunlight, it does not contain any harmful UV rays. So the question is, why would you want to shine a red light on yourself? Well, here's the theory. Light is made up of tiny packets of energy called photons. When photons hit the cells, they're caught by light.
Perfect timing for me, was just thinking about this.
This process provides the cells with more energy for a variety of important things like healing, reducing inflammation, pain reduction, and potentially making your skin look younger.
Sorry,
reducing inflammation.
Is this not? That's a risky photo. Like, we know what it is, but is that not? That is a risky
pain reduction
photo.
And potentially making your skin look younger by supporting collagen production. In terms of pain relief, studies suggest that red light therapy can have a direct effect on nerves, potentially reducing nerve excitability and the speed at which nerve signals are conducted. Red light therapy may also promote the release of endorphins, which are natural pain-relieving chemicals produced by the body. So this begins to explain why red light therapy has become so popular and why you may wish to use it to reduce your knee pain. Let's have a look at some more evidence. A review of 13 studies found
Kalebo, that opinion is why we are currently doing this. I've had 2 LED treatments, and it's interesting.
Overall, red light therapy was superior to sham red light therapy for relieving osteoarthritis-related knee pain, even though the quality of the evidence was low. Let me explain this research a little further. The review considers the results from 13 separate studies, which included a total of 673 participants experiencing knee pain. Within the studies,
This is specifically for knee pain.
comparison groups were used who underwent sham treatment, which, if you're unsure what that would look like, is usually the same device, but unbeknown to the group, it's not switched on. This helps to reduce bias from the placebo effect, as both groups believe they are receiving red light therapy, but only one group is receiving the active treatment. So based on the research, it does appear to be worth trying red light therapy to reduce knee pain. The device should be placed as close to the treatment area as possible. This device from the brand Prungo has 3 settings: mild, mid and strong, and the strong setting is recommended for joint pain.
You've had this for knee pain, Bradley?
Automatic cut-off points, and on this setting it'll cut off after 20 minutes. When it's attached and operating, you'll not feel anything except for a low level of heat towards the end of the session. Are these devices safe? Yes, as mentioned earlier, there's no UV light, but these devices are classed as low-level lasers, and this device from Prungo has an infrared polarized laser, which is reported to penetrate deeper into the tissues. One thing you don't want to do is to look directly at the light source, so don't do that, and keep it away from children for this reason. Many product instructions also inform you not to use during pregnancy or with some skin sensitivities or while undergoing cancer treatment. So as we get towards the end of this video now, although the evidence does show that red light therapy can help with a multitude of things, including knee pain and including knee pain from osteoarthritis of the knee, It is important to maintain a focus on lifestyle factors and an exercise program, and this should be the core of any
So, like, it might work a little bit, but it's no, like, hero treatment. I mean, well, this is the other thing we know about light. And this is, I'm not going to lie. Recently, living in my new apartment, I have become particularly aware of the effects of light on the body. Right? I personally have become particularly aware that, like, bright light in the morning directly affects and stops the production of melatonin. And so you wake up if you wake up to morning light, right? So we know that our bodies need vitamin D, and that's UV light specifically. Yes, but it's not like, there's obviously a range of lights that can have different effects because our bodies obviously respond to light. I'm not saying you all have to go put your balls under the fucking moon or the sun, but maybe you fucking should. And blue light stops melatonin production, which is why lots of devices now have blue light filters and make everything yellow-orange. Guys, my Kindle, the paper on that shit is so yellow. That's why I can't get through a fucking book. Because when I'm reading at night, the pages on my Kindle are basically orange. Stop it. I take the D, but as a 25-year shift worker, I probably should have been taking it longer. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Brodio. The first thing I noticed when I moved was how much less natural light came in. Yeah, look, it's really interesting because it's both a blessing and a curse. So my apartment gets a lot of light, but it's weird light. I don't know if it's good or not, but it is very different to the light that I got in my old apartment, which was, in the end, extremely dim. Whereas my apartment now is much brighter, but that comes with its own challenges. That's all I'm going to say. It comes with its own challenges. Bright light from the evil Daystar. The morning light is very difficult for someone who used to stay up until 2 a.m. streaming. Do you know what I mean? Like, I used to be on a lot later. And now look at me. It's fucking 8:30 at night and I'm yawning. Who am I? What am I? I don't know who I am anymore and I hate it. Old. Man, that's what I mean. It's weird. It's so weird. I wake up at 7 and go to bed at like 10:30. Must be fucking nice. I wake up at 7 at the moment and go to bed at midnight. Isn't it weird being the same age as old people? Yes. I mean, getting old is weird because you're not getting old. in your brain. And like some things have gotten so much better. But then other things are like, oh, I used to be able to sit with both my knees up for ages. And now, you know, my knees feel a little creaky. It's weird seeing your parents get old. In some ways, yes. And in some ways, no. Because my parents aren't quite at the old stage yet. Obviously, my dad had a heart attack and whatever. But my mom is still incredibly active. And, I mean, my dad's still out there just fucking living. Spying, probably. I think. But he out there. My knees sound like I've got sand in the joints. Stop. Watch. No, I already am triggered by kids doing insane things. Brucey, thank you for the 56 months and a sneaky tier 2. I already am. I watched my fucking niece the other day just flip onto the couch without a second thought in the world. And I said to my sister, I was like, what do you think would happen to your body if you did that? Like, what do you think would happen to your body if you tried to flip on the couch like your daughter just did right then? And we both agreed that we would probably die. So, yeah. My parents are starting to lose their minds. Last time I saw them, they were babysitting my niece. My mom was mediating an argument between my dad and my 3-year-old niece about whether they were going to have Peppa Pig or Nigel Farage on the telly. That's not losing their minds. That's normal. Yeah, me too. Oh, wow. Guys, a hype train. Do you know what this is? You want to get... This is the We're Still Young hype train. It's not a scam. It's the Still Young hype train. The further it goes, the younger I remain. Woohoo! All aboard the express to Copetown. Okay, my glass of rosé is definitely my road to Copetown.
Guys, it's not a cult. You can't just tell everybody.
Oh my
it's a cult
god,
when they
thanks
first come in and
Valorant.
scare 'em off. It's a
An
community,
extra
guys.
3.
Keep it,
Kuba.
Keep it casual.
Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. And look, you got 3 from Valorant. So I'll take it. I love stealing from corporations. I mean, I love video games. I mean, I do. Thank you. Yeah. Valorant stream when? Soon. So soon. So soon. How do you
Guys,
judge
it's
an
not a
ant
cult.
on Valor?
You can't just tell everybody it's
Oh
a
wow,
cult
you
when
got
they first come in,
3
you'll
too,
scare 'em off.
Brucey.
Guys, community, keep it casual.
Hype. I think I just pulled something in my neck. Anyway, make sure you get on board this youthful hype train with this
Guys, it's
lady
not a
of
cult.
youth.
You can't just tell everybody it's a cult when they first come in. You'll scare them off. It's a community, guys. Community. Keep it casual. Fuck.
Jody. It's Too Fast and Loud, my youth train. Oh, you mean it's too fast and that me youth train that's not Irish, you know? And I did watch an Irish TV show today. So it's gonna be a great Irish accent for everybody. That's so true.
It's not a cult.
No, it's so great. What do you mean? It's great. Adam, thank you so much
Keep it
for the 10 months. That's so nice, you know. And I did watch an Irish TV show today, and I do feel like my Irish accent is extremely Irish. G-Town, thank you so much as well. You got scammed by Valorant though. I can't believe you only got one. That's crazy for Adley. Not you subscribing while trying to get rid of me Irish accent. That's so rude. An Irish accent is actually more efficient than red light for therapy for your skin. What do you mean? How's it working for you? Is it good? What? In which way is it making it nice? Okay, well, all right, well. All right, the people have spoken.
Community, guys. Community. Keep it.
It's fine.
Keep it casual.
Cowardly Lions, thank you for the 9 months.
This is a full-blown house deposit. So
Brucey, thank you again for the other 5 gifted subs. And Valorant as well. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. That's right. Remember, chat, if we hit 250 subs before the end of the month, I will do another cheap live learn stream. I know, that's so crazy. There's also 100 squats in there. The goals are below the stream if you want to look at them. But I also added the extra cheap live learn because we dropped back under 1,000 subs, so... Oh, Brucey. Yes, life does come for us all, doesn't it? And it just never stops. It's just over and over again. I can't compete with Valorant, but I gave you my Prime sub earlier because you have base takes every time I drop by. That's so based. That makes me feel so cool. Thank you. Stop. Cheers. Happy Sunday to you too. I'm just saying, chat, are you balding? Do you want to keep your hair? Maybe you have to try red light therapy. It worked on the rats. And I just gave you that education for free. That's right. I did. The secret to staying young is to do new things all the time. You are quite right. What is something new I could do? I love how Christmas cards are more scary to you than horror games. Okay, the Christmas cards are so expensive because of the effort. It's so much effort. I know you think it's probably not, but the Christmas cards are scary. And I have done them a few different years and people have gotten them and I handwrite them, and it's about knowing all of your chatters and writing something nice. And I have done that. But it's a lot. It's a lot. I wrote like 5 every day for a while. A cheer for the ball tanners everywhere. May you remove yourselves from the gene pool.
So
maybe they have the good sperm, Babster. You don't know. You don't know. Illuminated 6 months in advance and a sneaky 41. Enjoy the discount. I am extremely grateful. Hi, Tuesday. Good morning. You can't send anything to America at the moment. You're very right. Probably not if they keep killing it with UV light. Does UV light kill sperm? I don't know, but apparently geriatric sperm is actually related to autism. Did you guys see this? You know how the Panadol is the cause of autism at the moment? It's actually geriatric sperm. As one of the things that could potentially cause autism. Geriatric sperm. Also, by the way, do you know if you're over 30 and you get pregnant, you're called a geriatric pregnancy? Just so you know. What? That's rude. Nope. Geriatric pregnancy is a discontinued term. It's not. My friend literally just had a baby and they told her it was a geriatric pregnancy. So I don't know if it's a discontinued term. There's emerging evidence that infections help trigger autism in those with genetic predisposition. That's probably the source of the false correlation with Tylenol. That's what I mean. Correlation doesn't equal causation, Fradley. Infections during pregnancy specifically. What? So basically you have to like hide while you're pregnant. Don't look at me. Not that I'm ever going to know. Yep, I have first-hand experience. Geriatric pregnancies here. Did they call you that at everyone, Ari? Surely you're far better off taking Panadol in pregnancy than having a high fever. So I know someone in my past, not now. I know someone who had 2 abortions because of very bad not birth abnormalities, but like fetal abnormalities. And she was so angry because she was like, I did everything right. I'm taking all the vitamins. I didn't take Panadol. I didn't do anything. And it's like, what are you gonna do? Like, what do you do? There's so many things that it could be. Anyway, she's had healthy children now, but if she hadn't been able to have the abortion, she wouldn't have healthy children now. Isn't that crazy? Mainly with the twins, I was 33, 34. A child. What do you mean you were 33, 34? A wee baby. You are a wee baby. 33, 34, that is just a wee baby of a human being. I don't want to hear it. That's basically just that's a barely developed prefrontal cortex. I don't want to hear it. That's all I have to say about that. Running a high fever, having pain so you don't sleep, very, very bad. I will always take Panadol for a fever. Also, I'm never, ever, 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 ever in my fucking life raw dogging the flu or like an infection ever again. Ever again. The minute I feel sick, I'm off to get the Codral cold and flu. Pump me full of fucking drugs. I am never, ever, 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 ever. Because I think the reason I got pneumonia is because I didn't look after myself quickly enough when I got sick at Christmas last year. Like, if I had taken Panadol earlier, which I didn't, I reckon it would have, because I was convinced I wasn't sick. In my head, I was like, go, you're not sick. Don't even worry about it. Like, you're not getting sick. I honestly, Codral, let me fucking at it. Inject that shit into my veins. I don't know about the phenylephrine or whatever that is. Like, I don't care about that, but paracetamol, 100%. Guys, I'm really gonna again hope that that's fireworks and not gunshots. Um, I think it's too many to be gunshots. No, you can get guns here, Punky, if you have a license. That's the problem. As a topical decongestant has to be sprayed directly into the nose to work. Putting it into a tablet is pointless. Interesting, Vic. That's probably smart prepping, hustling. I haven't had the need to take antibiotics in a really long time. I haven't had like an infection or something. I haven't had like a bacterial infection or anything. I've really been, touch wood, quite healthy for a while. Nervous coming into con season. God. If any one of you is sick and you fucking come to a con, I don't want to know you. If I see you coughing or spluttering or sniffing at the con and you are near me, I will literally be like, get the fuck away from me. Just so you know. Percy, I swear to God, shut up. First time here, what's going on talking here? Sorry, I'm actually just just having a really firm moment with my chat about con season. All right? If a single person sneezes on me, I will be committing crimes. All right? Am I going to tell you what those crimes are? No. No, I won't. But I will commit them. In video games. Not real crimes. I would never commit a real crime. I'm a goody goody two shoes. Okay? That's all. See, Pixel's telling you. She's agreeing with me. And yet she'll sneeze all the time. It's different when I do it. It's allergies. It's not contagious. And you would be lucky to have my allergy sneezes in person. Honestly, you better be carrying cash on you at all times because those sneezes are $15 a piece. All right? It's really hard to be famous in the sneeze fetish community and then go out in public and know that you're not being paid what you're worth. Working the wild frontier of Findom. I'm not working any frontier of Findom. All right. People have to give me money with their free will. I will never ask for $5 because that would get me cancelled. And I'm a nice girl. I'm a nice girl. I'm wearing baby pink. Okay? Does that include streamers who are worried they might have COVID? Is that a thing? Is the beard tax Findom? I feel like the beard tax is the only acceptable Findom that exists in this stream. Do you have a beard? You owe me $5. I don't know what to tell you. But it's reparations. Okay, and also at every moment I am just joking. And serious. Lol, it was you about 2 years ago, but did I have COVID? No.
FFS.
Also known as facial feminization surgery. Crazy that shoulders were not allowed to be visible in schools. I have never heard of anyone gooning to shoulders in my life.
Bye!
Thank you. See, it's not my fault it works, chat. Also, Hustlin, I love that you hate watch me. You've hate watched me for so long. Why do you do that? It's so weird. It's so weird. What do you want to do? Send me gifts and then call me a hypocrite? I don't get it. I don't get it. I have something against shoulders. That's why I'm wearing a hoodie. Is that a service you offer? What? Shoulders? No. I went to Catholic school. It was definitely no shoulders on Free Dress Day. I do think people absolutely... You did not just give me $2.50 because you have a mustache. Okay, what do you mean? You think there's a fucking discount? I have to consult the Russians about this because the Russians were the one that came up with this. The goatee is $350. Yeah, it's $350, not $350. If you have a goatee, it's $350. Okay? It's $350 for rocking the Flavor Saver. Okay? That I don't make the rules. You just made them. Neckbeard? Honestly, I don't really know what a neckbeard is. I'm assuming that's just when your beard grows down your neck. Okay, Tasty. What? What? That's why. What? It means clean face, beard on neck. What? Is this not a real thing? Oh, it is a real thing. Oh, this is a real thing. Um. Hmm. Hmm. I. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, positives. I mean, I mean, this is an attractive person, without a doubt. Do I look, you know, fashion is a thing. Fashion comes in and out. Fashion is a choice that people make. And I've changed my hair so many times, and you know, I get the want to do that too. So, you know, that's cool. And you know what? Some people just want to be really different. And that's certainly really different. Okay. I've done so many things I regret. I take things too seriously.
This is a full-blown
I
house
do. I'm a
deposit,
very
so-
serious person, all right?
Meow, 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 meow. Hello, Pixel in chat.
Meow.
Neckbeards generally know it all. Debate brothers with podcast equipment. Meow, 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 meow.
Lol, Will, 64 months. Thank you. No, none of my exes have neck beards. No. That was not a thing. Actually, none of my exes had a lot of facial hair. But there were the occasional beard. But the thing that the issue is, and I'm going to be so real with you, chat, those little bits of fucking hair in the fucking sink. I'm going to be so real. If you're a man who doesn't watch the little bits of hair, the beard was you after all, honestly, probably. Those little bits of hair in the sink, if you don't put them, no, my hair doesn't go down the sink. Okay? You've brought this up before. I have trauma. All right? Those little bits of hair in the sink, you clean them up. Just clean them up. Just clean them up. That's all I'm going to say. Just clean them up. Just clean them up. True, women are perfect. No, women are allowed to be imperfect because we've been oppressed for years, all right? We're allowed to be the absolute gremlins now. I'm sorry. That's just the way the tide has twung, all right? The tide has twung towards gremlin women. No, I haven't clogged a shower sink, all right? I'm just saying. I've pulled many things out of the shower drain that look like undiscovered species. You should give them names, Dottie. It was probably your hair too, you know? It's probably your hair getting matted with your wife's hair. Honestly, do you know what I did today? Sometimes when I'm feeling like particularly like my old self, I make my way to Reddit. And then I refuse to tell you about the rest of any of those stories. But I do. I make my way to Reddit. And boy, oh boy, some of the things you come across on that godforsaken website are truly interesting. Do you know what I mean? It'll be like, you'll be on a thread and then there'll be a guy being like, I got my first girlfriend and she lets me touch her. I'm so happy. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. And you felt the need to tell us? Yeah, because I'm just a dancing monkey here to entertain, all right? And unfortunately, in order to be entertaining, because I have no brain cells left for being smart today, all you get is embarrassing stories, because that's basically my entire life. The constant push and pull between being intellectual or weird. I don't know how to help you. That's all I got. It's true, Try. It would be weird if he was unhappy. Also, I did read this whole post of this woman who got abused by a subreddit of men on Am I the Asshole? She's like, am I the asshole for leaving my 31-year-old partner because he doesn't want to cook for himself? And originally, they were so mean to her. They were like, maybe he doesn't know or blah, 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 blah. This woman works 12-hour shifts outside the house, and he's an accountant that works from home, and he's like, I'm going to go eat at my mum's because I don't want to cook for myself after a day of work. And she's like, am I a bitch for thinking this is a problem? And I think in the end, the comments kind of evened out a little bit because a lot of the top comments were like, no, if he doesn't cook for himself at 31, there's a lot of other stuff he doesn't do for himself either. But he was 31 and she was his first girlfriend. So she was trying to be, you know, like maybe there's just some time or some learning to be done. And I think that in a lot of cases that is true. Like I feel like even now, because dating has become so fucked for so many people, a lot of people don't get the experience of living with others like that early on in their lives. Like they live in share houses where it's, you know, you don't do as many nice things for the people that you're living with. And so they move in to living with a partner as if it was kind of like share house living where you don't do any nice things for your partner, and women are just like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. No. I'd rather just do everything for myself. That's a lot of cooking for you, Ruggers. That learning factor has great deals. It can save your relationship chat. Use code STAY TOGETHER for 10% off. Oh, pain. Not capitalism just ruining all our lives. I don't know. I don't think having a first girlfriend at 31 is a red flag. I don't know. I think people can find themselves in pretty unfortunate circumstances. I don't know. I think it can get really hard. I sometimes get videos or like dating stories on my TikTok and stuff. And today a woman came up for me and she's just like, I'm 32 years old and I've just begun to realize that this might not happen for me. And she's been going on heaps of dates and getting rejected a lot. And, you know, I really do think, as some of you would probably know, rejection wears people down. And if you're not fortunate enough in your 20s to be in a situation where you can find somebody to be in a relationship with, I think that there is a high likelihood, especially these days, that a lot of people are making it to their 30s without being in like really significant long-term relationships. I don't think it's nature's way of telling you to give up. I mean, you can. I don't give a fuck anymore. I think the reality is a lot of people give up and cope with it. Like I get lots of videos of women who have like definitely checked out of dating. But then I think about the whole men go their own way Reddit thread and I think how bad that was. And I think this is women's response to that. And then again, I don't think that works out well for any of us. I think people want intimacy and whatever that looks like. And I do think it has been absolutely fucking ravaged by capitalism and apps and individualism and just separation and distrust. And, you know, I do think people have been radicalized by the internet and so, you know, don't know how to navigate it. I don't think it's a red flag. Like, I was in my first long-term relationship at 19. I think that's a red flag. Okay? I think that's the red flag. And the unironic thing is I pursued him. But he was open to it, so. "19, that's normal, isn't it? Or have things changed?" No, I think it's pretty normal, I guess. See, Landa, I think dates are hard as well. And also, like, you know, again, it's circumstances. I've been on dates where I've been so fucking uncomfortable as well. Like, back in the day, definitely not recently. I went on a date where a guy was clearly on drugs. Like, the man looked normal and he was absolutely on drugs. Like, jaw swinging on drugs. So you really just never know what you're walking into. Terrifying. And you know that he probably just did it because he was nervous or wanted to be more confident or something. It's still like a coffee date. No, see, okay, here's my hot take. I theoretically hate coffee dates. Because coffee dates are interviews. They're interviews. And I think that's wrong. I think it's wrong. I think it's part of the reason it's such a problem, because there's a huge divide, right, between men and women. Men feel like they're being abused having to pay for dates. Women want to feel like men are putting in effort, right? And so the seemingly good compromise is the coffee date to begin with, right? Where it's like, okay, well, I, as a gentleman, will buy you a coffee. We'll go on a coffee date, okay? And, you know, it's not too much of a financial investment. But what ends up happening is that it just feels like an interview in bright light where it's like you're ticking boxes. It's that whole materialist thing where you're like sitting there with someone and you're like,
Ruggers Customs gifted a tier 1 sub to F55H. They have given 2 gift subs in the channel.
Ruggers, thanks for gifting fish. I don't know. I'm pretty anti coffee date. Yeah, but Tasty, I think coffee dates are perfect if it's not the first date. I think if you want romance as an idea, you can't do a coffee date first date. I don't know, that's my hot take. Am I a conservative now? Am I a conservative woman? I don't know. What about aquarium first date? Depends on the time. Like, if you have to stand in a line for ages, probably not. I'll take the coffee date. I've had too many bad encounters not to. I do think public place has to be important. The safety things that women have in place is wild. Oh, that's also your beard tax. Oh, okay. The posthumous beard tax. I'll keep that. Perfect. Public and escapable. Yeah, you need to have a way out. I don't know if I've ever been on a date, maybe one. Most of my relationships have just sort of grown out of acquaintances, friends. Sometimes I do think that that is probably the best way to fall into a relationship, mainly because, and this is my opinion, if you date somebody entirely out of the circle, there's no accountability. And potentially you end up in a situation where someone can treat you really poorly and then go on treating other people really poorly because there's no accountability for how they treated you because they are not integrated into your social circle. And I do think, by the way, this is all theoretical and not from real life experience, okay? But I do think that sometimes, Vox, that is much better because, yeah, if you date somebody fully out, I don't know, it's hard because, like, I feel like sometimes you want to give people a chance, especially if you're the kind of person who thinks people are good. But at the same time, can be a bit weird. Oh God. Yeah. Actually, do you know what's so funny? I made a TikTok about this yesterday, but I didn't post it because you know how Sabrina Carpenter wrote that song recently where it's like, do you want the house tour? I could take you to the first, second, third floor. I was getting ready and doing my makeup and just like dancing around. And that song came on and I was dancing to it. And in my head, I was like, me knowing that no one is getting the house tour. Like, not the metaphorical. No one is getting the house tour. Not for a very long time. What do you mean you bring somebody into your house on the first date? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. What do you mean this person knows where you live? That's crazy. Bradley, I think that sounds pretty good. I think it's nice to have an option if the drink goes well. No, guys, no. Okay, I have to tell you. Oh, this is a story I should never tell on the internet. No, it's so funny though. It's so funny. Oh, fuck it. I don't care. Okay. Years ago, I went on a date with a guy and he seemed really cool. He was pretty tall, skinny, rocker looking, like leather pants, fur jacket kind of vibes. All right. I was in a, right. The thing is, the spectrum is large. And he's like, do you want to go on a picnic? And I was like, yeah, we can go on a picnic. So we ended up going to the Botanical Gardens for a picnic. And it was a really... I have to leave parts of this story out. I really do. There's a lot. There's a lot. I need to just be very clear. I was quite young and going through a break. Anyway, not the point. Am I telling the story on the internet? Yeah, okay. We had a picnic. It was like just a couple of beers. I think it was cider and some crackers and some cheese. And it was pretty and it was a pretty good date to begin with. Anyway, then we're walking out of the Botanical Gardens. And I had never experienced this before, but he just grabbed me, dropped me, and kissed me. Now, as we all know, the date had gone well. He had read the situation right, but I was still in shock. Okay? Because I was like, what the fuck just happened? And like, no, I had my eyes closed this time. Okay? My eyes were closed this time. My eyes were closed. They were closed. Chat, this story gets so fucking bad. You're all like, this is the best story ever. This story gets so bad. You have no idea. Anyway, and he was just like, oh, I just feel like the first kiss should always be really spontaneous. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. And he's like, do you want to come back to mine and just like have a drink? And I was like, young at the time. The first kiss had gone pretty well. I was like, sure, let's do that. Yeah. Yeah. There's certain parts of this story I have to leave out. But there was a meth lab in the apartment.
This is a full-blown house deposit, so...
I'm not even kidding. there was, that's not even the worst part. So then I realized, I'm like, oh, this is a pretty bad situation. And I was like, oh, I gotta go. And he's like, I've had such an amazing time with you. And I'm like, yeah, me too. Okay, bye. Anyway, I hadn't given him my number or anything. Anyway, he then was like, hey, I have some problems with my living arrangements. I was wondering if I could come and stay with you for a few days. Obviously, I said no and blocked. Yeah. Yeah. This is how you die. Well, I know that now. That's why no one gets the house tour. That I know this now. But back then I didn't know as much. Okay. No, it was all in about 2-3 days. Yeah.
Boy!
I've lost my house keys. Can I have yours?
I don't know if mine'll work for you. All right. I don't know. I've heard a lot in my life, but that's a new one. Yeah. He was pretty though. Wait, you said yes? No. No, I said no and blocked. What do you mean? I'm not having some random man come live with me? Awful. Want to come over from Netflix and Meth Lab? Yeah, I was also just young and too shy to say anything. Like, dude, no, I saw like a meth lab. There was also other things that we will not talk about. Pretty is important, but not pretty enough for a meth lab. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I've had some funny ones. I had a guy Sorry. Oh no. The floodgates have been opened. I feel fine talking about this because it's all historical, all right? None of this is current. So I can speak about this and laugh about it because it's so historical, okay? But I went on a date with this guy who was like, I'm a music teacher. And I was like, that's cool. Anyway, I get to the date. This man only talks. He only talks. He does not care. I literally could have been a mannequin. I could have been, you have heard this one. I could have been a mannequin. I could have been a mannequin. He only talked. It was crazy. It's not even that. It's just like you have to actually like want to know a person. Are you sure they weren't a Twitch streamer? I am sure because they weren't a music teacher. They were a music student. He was very good at playing the piano though, and I did actually have a kind of nice time. Like, it wasn't even a bad date. I just had to sit there and listen. I listened to him talk and I listened to him play the piano. It wasn't a bad date. Did I ever see him again? No. But it wasn't that bad. Yeah, it's weird. But enough about me. What do you think about me? No, I always ask for the song from Twilight, Dottie. If I'm nervous, I'll just keep talking about myself. But I think you can tell the difference between that and not asking a single question. I think I'm hyper aware of it because I do so much talking. Nah, it didn't even feel like he was on a job interview. He was just kind of there. He was just kind of there. Was he wearing fugly jeans? He was, actually. He was actually wearing fugly jeans. And I do believe it was a Friday night. Oh my god, no, I love Love on the Spectrum, Dottie. I love Love on the Spectrum. All the people on that show are great. I love Abby. Abby's done so much work to express herself. And I love how, what's her partner's name? I love the way he supports her. And it's so cute. They're so cute. It is a legitimately happy show. I love it so much. Hold on. If you guys haven't seen, let me just show you. Abby Love. See, this is... Wait, is this where she sings for him? Oh my god, I think this is where she sings for him. Hold on, I need to show you. This might get the VOD nuked, but oh well.
This is for you, David. Casey! You're the lion to my lioness, the milk to my Chardonnay. My Prince Charming doesn't bring me flowers. He knows I'd rather have gummy bears any day. He sees colors as numbers, now I know them all. He learned how my mind works, we started to fall. It
makes me so happy!
At the same time, he can do his thing and I can do mine. I'm on the drop slide, you're in the lazy river. You cheer me on from below and then we split a pizza. You support me and I'll always be here for you too.
That's her mum. That's her mum. And her mum has done so much work to help Abby express herself like this, by the way.
You can name every animal at the zoo. I feel safe when I'm spending time with you, even when we have nothing to say or nothing to do. But I was kinda nervous to meet someone new, and then I got used to knowing you. You understand me, remind me to breathe. Being with you is easy, you're just who I I'm in the world instead. No one treats me better, we're so good together. Will you be my boyfriend forever? 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 I wanna be your girlfriend forever.
I love how they both get to do a spin. Like, stop.
That song is beautiful, and I love it, not as much as I love you.
Thank you.
You make me the best man ever.
It's like, honestly, it's so wholesome if you haven't watched this show. Okay, there are parts of the show that aren't wholesome. I mean, it's kind of funny. Like, there are definitely people on the show and they say things where it's like, did you just say that? But it's fine. It's dealt with so beautifully. I don't think that show is for me. You would be surprised. You would be surprised. Where's one? Fish, maybe it is made for the parents. I do see that point. I do, but also I can't imagine the experience for, like, Abby has been so bad. Like,
How would you describe yourself? What kind of person are you? I'm polite, I have a good personality, and I'm a kind young man, and I spread joy all around the world.
This might be the most wholesome show on Netflix, and it's back for another season, so here are the best moments from Love on the Spectrum US. It's a reality show that follows people on the autism
by the way, it's also fucking a TV show out of the USA, right? It's a TV show. Like anything, it's got some moral implications and ethical implications, like The Bachelor or any other.
spectrum as they go on dates and try to find love.
I don't want to spend the rest of my life alone.
And now it's back for season 2, so here are my favourite moments from its 7-episode run on Netflix. If you're new here, I'm Mad Morph, and this is my midnight movie club where we watch films and TV together and talk about them.
No
so hit
CC.
like and subscribe if you want to see more. Proving to be one of the most popular members of this season is Connor.
So I just introduce myself? Hello, I'm Connor. I live in Georgia. I feel kind of left out because all my siblings found significant others. Yeah, all of them except me.
He's about to go speed dating, and one of my favourite moments happens before he even leaves the house.
Connor, we're going to get ready.
Get ready. I am ready. A belt is not a fashion statement. It is a tool.
Okay.
That keeps your pants from falling down.
I'm nervous, excited.
A bit frustrated.
Why are you frustrated?
I was starting a movie when all of a sudden I had...
Then it's time to go to this.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's so relatable. Have you ever just sat down to watch TV and then realized that you have a responsibility and then had a fucking mental breakdown? Because I have.
Speed dating event, and I love how he is marking his card whilst they're still sitting at the table.
So, do you have any allergies of any kind?
Interesting question to ask. Why do you ask? Is my nose?
Oh, no. Oh, it's just I was...
See, and these miscommunications are kind of funny, right? Like, do you have any allergies? And then the understanding of that is like, wait, is there something wrong with my nose? Like, that makes so much sense. It makes so much sense in a very particular context.
Wondering if there are any foods you were allergic to. Do you like like nature by any chance?
That is a very good question. I've never really thought about that. I guess I am more of a city person.
I understand change is good for you, but come on.
My next favorite moment is
It's just, it really, it's like, it's so interesting because it's like an inner monologue said out loud.
David inviting Abby to go to Africa, which she mentioned all the way back a year ago on their first date.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you again, too. What did you buy me?
Would you like me to read it to you?
Sure.
Abby, since you have been an extra amazing girlfriend, I want to take you somewhere special. I am bringing you, your mom, and my sisters with us on a wonderful trip across the world. I want to make your dream come true by taking you on a fun vacation. Can you say yes to coming with me to Africa to see our favorite animal, the lion?
Yes!
I'm the boy with autism who loves a girl with autism.
Oh, that means a lot to me. Thank you.
My next favorite moment
I'm not gonna lie, I have dreamed about responding to kisses that way. Because it's so good. I'm not laughing at her, by the way, but like imagine kissing someone and then just turning around and being like, thank you. It's so good. Hey, Alcerian, back off, okay? It kind of was. But she is an absolute, she really is an icon.
is Tanner, just Tanner in general, and every Tanner moment. He is such a sweet person and a kind soul, and was a pleasure to see him on this season of Love on the Spectrum.
What are you most excited about?
I'm most excited to be dating a girl today.
What's the most important thing?
That I'm very polite, and that I'm kind, and that I'm a gentleman.
That's exactly right. All right.
My name's Tanner. I live here in Clemson. The state is South Carolina, and the country is USA.
Beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been in love?
No, sir. No, sir.
Have you ever been in a relationship?
What's a relationship? I forgot.
It's like if you're dating somebody and then when you make it official, you're in a relationship.
No, sir.
Have you ever been on a date?
No, sir.
Tanner lives with some roommates and he works in this hotel with his sister.
Hey, bud.
Hey, Major.
How are you? He's so happy. I just can't. It's so...
Hey, how are you?
How's your day been?
My day's been great. How's your day been?
It's been good.
Yeah, I'm so glad.
What are you up to?
Yeah, I'm vacuuming the rugs, I'm vacuuming the floors, I'm sweeping the bathroom floors, I'm making beds, I'm squeeging the windows, I'm restocking the bathrooms, I'm sweeping outside the front door.
So you're doing your normal job?
Yep, I'm doing my normal jobs.
You're crushing it.
Yeah, I'm crushing it. I am crushing it.
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of me too. I'm proud of you too.
Good job. All right.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you.
Love you.
See you later.
See you later.
He gets some really good dating advice from this coach.
When you're dating, nobody is the boss of anybody, right? You guys are together.
Right.
Chat, had you guys never seen this?
You may never leave. We're stuck here forever.
AOB Heal, thank you for your prime. Have you guys never seen
It's
this?
the end of the road for anybody who has already found themselves.
I thought everybody had seen this. I don't do TV. That's valid. And that's why you're here. Watching what's better than TV, me. Thank you.
Okay, so what are we doing? We're walking.
We're walking
next to
each other.
Yeah, and that way we can stop anytime we want. And you could say, "Look at the orangutans," and I would say, "Oh, wow," and then I could turn back to you, and we could talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. I think that the orangutans are so cute, and I think they're smart like us. What do you think about the orangutans?
Thank you for asking. That makes me happy. That makes me feel like you care about me.
And then it's time for Tanner's dates.
What kind of animals do you like?
Dolphins, dogs.
I like lions, tigers, and gorillas, and bears, and cows, and horses, and pigs, and chickens, and
I personally love the listing off of every animal.
ducks, and goats, and sheep. And my favorite animal is a gorilla. I'll tell you why I like gorillas. Because they're animals with hands. I'll tell you the things I don't like. I don't like skunks, I don't like porcupines, I don't like hyenas, I don't like bugs, I don't like spiders. Do you like dinosaurs?
Yes, I do.
My favorite kind of dinosaur is a T-Rex. So what's your favorite kind of dinosaur?
Me too.
A T-Rex, your
yeah.
favorite? Because I think they're really cool. What are your favorite animals at the zoo?
Monkeys.
Do you like lizards?
Yes.
Do you like snakes?
No.
Do you like tortoises?
Yeah.
Do you like frogs?
Yeah.
Do you like toads? Hey, no, I like all those too. And
He's unironically doing better than the guy I went on a date with. Unironically, that's more questions than I fucking got asked.
and alligators and crocodiles. Do you like sharks?
I do.
Do you like jellyfish?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think jellyfish are made to make jelly?
I don't know.
Do you like octopi?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like squid?
Yeah.
Do you like whales?
Yeah.
Do you like crabs?
Yes.
Are you a dinosaur expert?
Oh, no.
That's okay, because I'm a big dinosaur expert. Hey, do you like to make gingerbread men?
Oh, no.
Do you like to make cookies?
Yes.
Do you like to make brownies?
I like cakes and brownies.
Do you like tacos?
Yeah.
I like tacos too. What do you like about the tacos?
I like chicken and cheese.
That's so valid.
Me too.
I don't know. He hasn't really mentioned anything about moose yet.
I can't think of anything to say, but I'm still having a good time.
Me too.
Do you think of anything else to say?
No.
That's okay.
Next up is Connor's family.
If only dates would go so much easier if you were allowed to say that, by the way. I can't think of anything else to say right now. You? Anyone? Anyone?
And especially his mum, who would be a gift to anyone the way that she explains things and breaks down big feelings.
As a child, he got bullied because he was different. We actually pulled him out of school in 8th grade because it was so cruel what he was experiencing. Connor has expressed a loneliness when I'm off with my husband on a date or his siblings are off with friends or on dates. He is just sitting in the house with the dogs.
Does he have friends?
No, not really.
That can be tough.
Yeah, sorry. That one hurts. But he has us. And we're pretty cool.
What if this doesn't work out? I mean, what if maybe I don't feel like it?
If you're not attracted or connected to her?
Either.
Okay, so that happens all of the time to people. That is why they date.
Okay, yeah.
Connor, you're like a racetrack in your mind right now. Let's just settle down, see how it goes today.
Yeah.
And what if you have a great time and you want to see her next week?
Just the thought of that makes me nervous.
I would like a guy who is independent with, like, for example, own a home, capable of driving, if he has a degree, if he has a plan, he has a job.
So basically...
She's not wrong.
You want a guy who has his shit together.
Oh, yes. Language.
While we're on the topic of families and big feelings, there's this lovely moment between Danny and her aunt when Danny starts to get upset and her aunt recognizes the signals that mean that she probably wants to cry because she's drinking a lot of water, and Danny is feeling emotional that her date might not like her back.
Would you like a big kiss?
I don't think I'm ready for that. Thank you for asking, because oftentimes I'm not. Oh.
Jake doesn't even say.
She's so fucking funny. It's, again, another one to steal.
And be a Valentine.
Did he say anything at all?
He did text me several of his animation projects he's working on.
but he never said Happy Valentine's Day to me. Right?
Yes.
That's why you were so upset.
I don't think Jake feels the same with me.
Right, so just... If he's not ready to make a commitment, that's fine. You can't push him. You just have to let him be. So you are sad, huh? Aren't you? I know you begin to drink a lot of water when you don't want to cry. Hug her.
Oh. Hey, it's hard, right?
I'm just fine. I'm fine. Sadie, Patrick, I'm fine.
Okay.
Okay.
You had your heart set on him?
I set my heart on Jake. I thought Jake was the right person, but I still want Jake. My heart still goes with him.
He didn't say no, so the door's not been closed. Right?
It's true.
So it's not over. It's just taking a different path than you expected.
And that's relationships.
That's what happens in relationships. Sometimes they're not exactly what you want them to be.
Okay.
Definitely one of mine and other people's favorites is the happy couple in Africa. Abby and David showing really stable attachment in how they communicate with each other, and it's just lovely to see them enjoy this moment that for anyone would be one of the best moments in your life. This is so romantic.
You're my best boyfriend in the world, David.
Yeah.
You make me.
I love you're my best boyfriend. Like there's others. That's my favorite. That's my favorite part of the whole thing. Like, you're my best boyfriend. You're my best boyfriend. Okay? No one compares.
I feel like a princess, like a romance.
Yeah, you're the best girlfriend in the world. You made me feel like a prince in romance.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for making my dreams come true.
You're welcome.
That means a lot to me. David, I never want to lose you. I want you to be my boyfriend forever, or fiance.
Yeah.
When we get married, we can have a big bowl of candy on our table.
Aw.
It's just so real. And I'm so there. Do you know what I mean? Like when we get married, we can have a big bowl of candy on the table, which is just so valid.
But if only they have the kinds I like.
The Hershey's, the Reese's, the M&M's, and the Kit Kats. And,
Even gummies.
and
right?
gummies, and Oreo cookies.
And Chips Ahoy's.
Okay.
Okay.
The truth about my past, impossible. She turned away from me.
He's holding back, he's hiding, but what I can't decide. Why won't he be the king I know he is, the king I see inside?
Can you feel the love tonight?
And the standout moment for me from season 2
I know, it's so wholesome. It's so wholesome. There's no lens. You know, there is something like, I think being neurodivergent comes with so many challenges, right? But for people who find themselves in this situation where there's like no lens, it's so joyous. You know?
is this one, where it shows how the smallest gesture can help ground someone who's feeling a little bit overwhelmed.
I hope you don't think me blunt or anything, but I kind of like you.
Oh.
And I was wondering if maybe you'd like to hold hands? Oh, all right. Don't...
Like, now what?
Maybe we should we let?
Do we let go now?
You all right?
Yeah. It's just, whew, that was kind of strange.
It's fine. I can take it.
Oh, it felt nice, but at the same time, a little scary. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. I get it. Don't feel like you have to apologize for that. It's fine.
It's all right. The reason I said it was scary, I don't mean anything against you. No. Oh, nothing. It's just, I just felt a bit nervous about it.
It's fine.
So, yeah, let's
I feel really bad for her because she is really defensive. And it is the extreme of like having been rejected so many times that you feel the need to comfort people when they feel weird around you or something like that.
let's just forget about it.
Yeah, there's a reason she's so yeah.
I mean.
And but this is the thing, he is blunt. And it's not until I don't think it's as somebody who has spent a lot of time talking to a lot of different people, right? Very direct bluntness can be extremely hard to take. And can be a little weird to navigate sometimes. So
Stop talk. Oh. Thank you.
I absolutely love this moment. The first time I saw it, it was so moving to me. We see him struggling to express himself. He's thinking he's offended her, which he clearly didn't mean. That's making it worse. He can't get his words out. She's saying it's okay, but it's not helping. And then it's just the hand on the shoulder lets him know that it's actually okay. You're okay, I'm okay. And then he can express what he really wants to say to her.
What I mean is, I like it out here with you and spending time with you. And I actually have, well, the week after next week, I actually have the whole week off, so
Oh, nice.
maybe want to do something else with me? Yeah, I could introduce you to my family.
see, he was so nervous to ask her to hang out again.
Oh, sure.
Really?
That allows him to ask her out on a second date to meet his family, and it's just a very, very wholesome moment. And those are my favorite moments.
Anyway, if you haven't seen that before, it is a very wholesome show. It's not all as smooth sailing as that. Like, there are miscommunications that happen and challenges, and there's like a couple of lines where, you know, it's interesting. There's an Australian one too. I don't think I've watched the Australian one. Smooth is not the word I'd use to describe any of that. Well, it's contextual. You know, it's like it's a contextual smoothness. The ones who are in love with being in love are a bit much for me. Yeah, but you got to think about it this way, right? Like, depending on where you sit on the spectrum, you've grown up with these frameworks that are presented to you through media. And, you know, for Abby and David, I think a lot of their frameworks were quite Disney. And without the lens of being able to critique those frameworks, you don't need to. You don't need to. And so, and imagine like that sort of romance feels good. You know? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not very good with cameras either. Truly. I'm not. I would never go on a dating show, or that's why I've never gone on a singing show either. I would hate that. Why won't you look at us? I can't make eye contact with the camera. It's weird. Yuck. I worry it sets you up for failure when you deal with the reality of being a partner or a parent. Oh, goodness. Yes and no. I think that a lot of us have gotten lost in the source of trying to find what's real, therefore removing the entire performance aspect from our lives. So I remember I thought romance was dead very early on. Again, because my boyfriend forgot my 21st birthday. Okay? And other things. I didn't think romance was real. I thought everybody who experienced romance on TV or anything like that, I thought it was all faked. I thought everybody was faking it. Now, it's not necessarily that I think it's fake now. I do think it's a little performative, for sure, but I don't think it doesn't make it real. I think it can be real for people. And I think that being lost in the source of the realism of it all is where a lot of people get stuck. It's not an always time thing, but like I do think little romantic things are real. And I think that if you have someone, for example, who might like laugh at you for doing something cheesy or romantic instead of like being appreciative, it's because it's gotten to a point where they don't believe it. They don't believe it, and so they laugh it off, right? I don't know. The more I think about like gender as performance, or even just like our whole lives as somewhat performative, right? Like there are very real aspects to our personalities. But even right here, right now, to an extent I am performing, right? I am who I am, but the reality is there is a performance aspect to even the conversations we have here. And that doesn't mean they're not real. They're extremely real. Does that kind of make sense? And so I think in trying to be realists about it all, we've lost a lot of, I don't know, what can make life fun. I think it's a delusion, but as long as that delusion is shared, it's fine. All social compatibility is just shared delusions anyway. Yeah, I think that's a very good point. But it also doesn't have to be delusional, right? Like you can genuinely trust and care for someone. You know, like there are people who do genuinely, like, it's not a delusion. No, not like that. I'm not talking about performing as if you're on a stage, straw man. Not like that. Or not, and it's not like you can't be your authentic self. It's not like that either. Maybe I'm not using the correct words. You're using the very literal translation of performing rather than, I guess, what I'm trying to describe.
In that there can be a performative layer to things that are very real. Yeah, Bradley, I completely agree. Yeah, I think like, you know, absolutely, but it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, right? It doesn't have to be the extreme versions of romance, right? But if you look at Abby and David singing Can You Feel the Love Tonight while in Africa, right? It's a performance, but it's very real to them. And it is them performing for each other in a way that they know that the other one will experience a feeling of love, a feeling of intimacy, and a feeling of connectedness. And it's so interesting to look at that through the lens of no witnesses, you know, like they're not thinking about how it's being perceived at all. Because it's like an onion straw, man. It has layers. Things are both real and authentic and performative all the time. What do you think my fucking content is? I thought it was a cult, my bad. Yeah, you're bad. By the way, this could be a particularly neurodivergent point of view, by the way. I'm not sure if other people feel this way. This is coming from someone who had to teach herself to look people in the eyes. Okay? Just keep that in mind. I'm not sure if this is the overarching general consensus. Okay? Yeah. Just saying. When did it hit fucking 10 o'clock? Yeah. Bring up my eyes open kiss again. All right. It's so funny. I'm not even embarrassed about it now. It's such a good story. It's such a good story. Like, it could have been so much worse. As someone who's consumed my fair share of Panadol over the years, that's where it all began. Part of being social is adapting to other people. That's just how it is. Realizing your own will is the only thing that matters and that you have to compromise. The only thing I don't like is adapting to some sort of external pressure instead of the other people involved. Yeah, I understand that as well. Well, chat, I'll sing a few songs, but I'm pretty fucking tired, eh? I think the part of my antipathy towards the show is that it presents a very specific part of the spectrum. Yes. I think
the more education there is around how much the spectrum can vary, that's only a good thing, right? These people who experience these struggles with autism need a lot of help, but not as much help as some other people might need. And I think that can be really brutal, because it is so varying. It's also partly why I don't really like labels for me, because I don't think I would be a very good representative. As an like I'm extra like, you know, it just kind of make, I don't know if that makes sense. But it is really difficult when it's so varied and people have such unique challenges. Without a label, you can't be stereotyped. Yeah, well, it only takes a little while for people to realize. What do they say? If you're looking around a room and all of your friends are neurodivergent, yeah, it's why I don't even have like a huge problem with, what was that show that got cancelled for being bad autism representation? Like The Good Doctor. Yeah, I think it's really hard because everybody has such specific experiences with autism and people with ASD and just like across the board, right? And you only have your experiences. Like I have a friend who's got an autistic brother who is severely autistic to the point where he needs so much help. And so she gets particularly frustrated when people when people maybe make light of an autism diagnosis because it obviously affected her life a lot and quite severely. Sorry, like that's where I should have used that word. I don't know. I just think I think it's very difficult. So, Strawman, I would love to sing that, Dottie. See, Strawman, I do deeply disagree with you here.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Because even now I think you're overthinking it, which I know is how you feel about a lot of these things, but people are not going to think that way. You can be direct and honest, and people aren't going to think that you're performing. That's not what I mean by performative, by the way. I need to think of a better way to say it. But I don't think that's it. We do perform to ourselves. I absolutely perform to myself. I have absolutely. Even you notice it. You would see it with me. I'd be such an interesting study. Like the amount of things I've told myself that I know whatever, and then in reality they have not worked out that way. Should I bring out the list? Well, I've already been a hypocrite once tonight. Apparently I tried to poison people with COVID. I didn't. I think I had allergies. And I was like, do I have COVID?
no, it's springtime. I have allergies. And then as I do, I was probably being dramatic about it. But you've had people tell you to stop showing off or call me a know-it-all. I think you take a lot of pride in your intellectualism, Strawman, and sometimes other people don't take too kindly to that, but that's not on you. You don't have to internalize it. I know it can be extremely difficult not to. And I really do think this is because of like your locational challenges as well, like just the community that you're in. Like in my where the women I hang out with and some of the men I hang out with, sometimes we just sit there while someone info dumps in the group. And not once have I ever been like, such a know-it-all. Not once. But like if you're in a place that is more neurotypical or less kind to people who might be neurodivergent, I mean it's just fucked. But I don't think that's something that you have to internalize as part of that. Look, guys, I couldn't even imagine like the psychological analysis that could be done on me over the years. Probably even my response to pain. Probably the way my brain has changed since being on the internet. Maybe somebody will study it one day because all the information's fucking there. You know? You could even go back and look at how my stories have changed. Maybe my lapses in memory. Because I have been very honest. Like I don't sit here and lie. I don't do anything. But you could see. Do you know what I mean? There's so much you could probably analyze as to like, this is how she told the story back then and this is how she tells it now, and now her framing is kind of different, or her perspective is different. Or look how confident she was here. I wonder what was going on here. Or I wonder what pain did to her brain. Oh, I wonder what the amitriptyline did for her ability to be able to cover the news every day. Had that turned down her empathy? Or like you don't even know. There's so many different things that have changed over such a... Anyway. Anyway. There's a calm surrender to the rush of day when the heat of the rolling wind can be turned away. An enchanted moment, and it sees me through. It's enough for this restless warrior just to be with you. And can you feel the love tonight? It is where we are. My voice is tired. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we got this far. And can you feel the love tonight? How it's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. And can you feel the love tonight? How it's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. And can you feel the love tonight? How it's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. And can you feel the love tonight? How it's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. And can you feel the love tonight? How it's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. And can you feel the love tonight? How it's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. And can you feel the love tonight? How it's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. And can you feel the love tonight? How it's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. And can you feel the love tonight? How it's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. And can you feel the love tonight? How it's laid to rest
The twisting kaleidoscope moves us all in turn. There's a rhyme and a reason to the wide outdoors. When the heart of this star-crossed Voyager beats in time with yours. And can you feel the love tonight? It is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we got this far. And can you feel the love tonight? How it's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. My voice is tired. I don't know why. I'm probably dehydrated. Summary of today's stream: red light in face might be good. Social situations hard. Listen to other people. Don't have a meth lab if you want to move in with someone after 2 days. Also, there are probably aliens coming. Don't say I don't make great content. That's a very broad range, you know? A lot of tendrils. A lot of tendrils. Everybody learnt they had to sun their balls. Well, if somebody finds me a good video on the comment, we'll watch it tomorrow night. If you want. If you find me a good video on the comment, we can watch it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm coming back tomorrow. Hold on. I know Tiny's not here, but I have a schedule. Which is Monday, yes. Tuesday, yes. Wednesday, no. Thursday, maybe. Friday, yes. Saturday, no. Sunday, yes, but during the day. Why? Because I gotta go see Taylor Swift's new movie. I can't remember the name of the comet. Yeah, 3i Astra. See? CMDR remembered. Yeah, I'm going to the movie Sunday night. So I will stream Sunday during the day, but I also can't stream Monday night. So then the next week is weird because it's PAX. But I'm going to stream definitely Tuesday and then probably Wednesday during the day. But then it's my sister's birthday Wednesday night. So I said I would go to a dinner. And then Thursday is, and then it just all begins. And then it just all begins. So the next 2 weeks are a little bit just, I just feel like every week for me is spicy and normal at the same time. And maybe that's just life. I'm not sure. So, do you know what's really exciting? When I finish stream,
I don't have to take my makeup off. I don't even have to shower. That's why I couldn't be bothered putting it on, by the way. I don't have to shower. I don't have to take my makeup off. Ow. Oh, Vox, you're... Yes, thank you. Are you starting For All Mankind after stream as you clearly took a detour into Ireland? Yes. Yes, I will start For All Mankind after stream. But I did want to watch the thing because I saw a clip of it on TikTok and I don't know, it looked good.
Wicked Game, video games.
Wow.
Guys, it's not a cult. You can't just tell everybody it's a cult when they first come in. You'll scare them off. It's a community.
Wow.
It's a community. Keep it casual.
Chat, crazy. We might hit the sub goal. That's crazy. Wow. Makes what gone wrong. I would love to sing these too. The world was on fire and no one could save me but you. It's strange what desire will make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you. I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love with you. What a wicked game to play to make me feel this way. What a wicked thing to do to let me dream of you. Oh, what a wicked thing to say. You never felt this way. Oh, what a wicked thing to do to make me dream of you. I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love with you. The world was on fire and no one could save me but you. It's strange what desire will make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I'd love somebody like you. And I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love with you.
Don't fucking argue with the mods. You cannot, the idea that you think it is acceptable to... You want to see an overreaction? I'll give you a fucking overreaction. The idea that you think it is acceptable to disagree with something that has been modded in the chat. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I need you to understand that on this stream, I have had extensive conversations with all of the mods about the ways that they mod. They will give me room unless they know I specifically hate something or if something is specifically bad. Honestly, anytime I've had like a small conflict with a mod, it's because they've banned too quickly when I wanted to play with my food. That's the only time. But Tasty has modded here for 7 years. 7 years. 7 fucking years. And the list of problems that we have had in that time are so small. I literally can't even think of one off the top of my head. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, well, I didn't get rich. I'm sorry. You backed the wrong horse. If I had got rich, I could pay my mods. I'm sorry, you backed the wrong horse. You should have backed a better streamer. You put your eggs in this basket and you're stuck here. I don't know what to tell you. Sorry. I sing nice songs. What do you want from me? I'm sorry I'm not cool enough to get rich and pay the fucking mods lots of money. I would. I fucking would. If I had it, I would, I swear. I also am not like, you have to be here every day and you have to follow these meetings and I require this and this and this and this. Do I bother Tasty a little bit for some things? Yes. But he would tell me. He would tell me if it was a problem. Save a starving mod today. Subscribe. Do mods get a song request? Sometimes some of the ones I throw in, I know the mods like. Like, I know the songs that people request and I know the songs that people like. Like, I could tell you 3 artists that Tasty like off the top of my head. And I could do the same for a lot of people in chat. You pay for my memory. I don't know what to tell you. I am good at my job. I remember a lot of shit. That's why I've lost all of the information in my brain, because it's filled with random facts about you fucks. Okay? Just saying.
Swinging in the backyard, pull up in your fast car, whistling my name. Open up a beer and you say get over here and play a video game. I'm in his favorite sundress, watching me get undressed, take that body downtown. I say you are the bestest, leaning for a big kiss, put his favorite perfume on, go play a video game. It's you, it's you, it's all for you. Everything I do, I tell you all the time. Heaven is a place on earth with you. Tell me all the things you wanna do.
I heard that you like the bad girls, honey. Is that true? It's better than I ever even knew. They say that the world was built for two, only worth living if somebody is loving you. And baby, now you do. Singing in the old bars, swinging with the old stars, living for the fame. Kissing in the blue dark, playing, pulling wild ducks, video game. He holds me in his big arms, drunk and I am seeing stars. This is all I think of. Watching all our friends fall in and out of all bars. This is my idea of fun, playing video games. It's you, it's you, it's all for you. Everything I do, I tell you all the time. Heaven is a place on earth with you. Tell me all the things you wanna do. I heard that you like the bad girls, honey. Is that true? It's better than I ever even knew. They say that the world was built for two, only worth living if somebody is loving you. Oh baby, now you do. 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 It's you, it's you, it's all for you. Everything I do, I tell you all the time. Heaven is a place on earth with you. Tell me all the things you want to do. I heard that you like the bad girls, honey. Is that true? It's better than I ever even knew. They say that the world was built for two, only worth living if somebody is loving you. Oh baby, now you do. Now you do.
Dido.
Try. I think I want to do this one.
No more gaming. No more porn. Never really found a place that I call home. Go back and learn how to dance.
I never stick around quite long enough to make it. I apologize once again, I'm not in love. But it's not as if I mind that your heart ain't exactly breaking. It's just a thought, only a thought, that if my life is foreign and I don't learn to fight, well, I deserve nothing more than I get. 'Cause nothing I have is truly mine. I always thought that I would love to live by the sea, to travel the world alone and live more simply. I have no idea what's happened to that dream, 'cause there's really nothing left here to stop me. It's just a thought, only a thought. And if my life is foreign and I don't learn to fight, well, I deserve nothing more than I get, 'cause nothing I have is truly mine. If my life is foreign and I don't learn about, well, I deserve nothing more than I get, 'cause nothing I have is truly mine. While my heart is a shield and I won't let it down. Why I am so afraid to fail, so I won't even try. Well, how can I say I'm alive? And if my life is foreign and I don't learn to fight, well, I deserve nothing more than I get, 'cause nothing I have is truly mine. If my life is foreign and I don't learn about, well, I deserve nothing more than I get, 'cause nothing I have is truly mine. 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 Chad, no more. These last three will have to be it. I'm so done. I will be back tomorrow. I'm never owning anything. I can't even complain about the lack of hot water, because if I do, then I'll get a mark across my name, and if they kick me out of this one, I'll never get another fucking rental. I will. Is this about PAX? You said I was the most exotic flower, holding me tight, and I'll find a lie. I don't know how you convince them and get them, boy. I don't know what you do. It's unbelievable. I don't know how you get over someone as dangerous and tainted and flawed as you. One for the money, two for the show. I love you, honey. I'm ready to go. So why is my heart broke? got that world, but baby, at what price? Something so strange, hard to define. It isn't that hard, boy, to like you or love you. I'd follow you down, down, down. You're unbelievable. If you're going crazy, just grab me and take me. I'd follow you down, down, down. Anywhere, anywhere. One for the money, two for the show. I love you, honey. I'm ready to go. How did you get that way? I don't know. You're screwed up and brilliant. You look like a $1,000,000 man. So why is my heart broke? One for the money, two for the show. I love you, honey. I'm ready to go. How did you get that way? I don't know. You're screwed up and brilliant. You look like a $1,000,000 man. So why is my heart broke? I don't know. You're screwed up and brilliant. You look like a $1,000,000 man. So why is my heart broke? He left no time to regret. Kept his stick wet with his same old safe bet. Me and my head held high and my tears dry. Get on without my guide. You went back to what you knew, so far removed from all that we've been through. And I try to trouble track. My odds are stacked. And I'll go back to black. We only say goodbye with words I died 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to I love you much. It's not enough. You love blow, I love puff. Life is like a pie, and I'm a tiny penny rolling up the walls inside. We only say goodbye with words I died 100 times. You go back black. Oh, I go back. I go back to. I go back to. We only said goodbye with words I'd had 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to. We only said goodbye with words I'd had 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to black. Well, Gomrung, can we start tomorrow's stream with the last song? Would that be alright? Or start the singing section of tomorrow's stream with the last song? I'm so tired, my eyes are closing. I can't keep them open. Which is very normal behavior, I'm sure, and fine, and I'm not dying. I'm just tired. Tasty, you should try and find onion rings. By the way, I'm just going to be very clear with everyone. Okay? If you get modded, it doesn't mean the mods hate you. It doesn't mean I hate you. It just means a request for a behavior change has been made for someone's mental health. Probably mine. Because guess what? The stream doesn't fucking run if I can't sit here. And it's so okay to be weird. And I really do want to emphasize that. I do give a lot of chances. And it is fine to be weird and it is okay to do. It is okay to get it wrong. It is okay to get it wrong. But all I request is that you listen. And consider why maybe that annoys me. Or why it's not appropriate. Or just why. And then, if it happens, potentially, while I'm fucking tired, if I snap, sorry? I literally sit here for hours, multiple times a week. And honestly, the amount of times I haven't snapped, I deserve a fucking medal. I truly, I have given people a lot of grace. I have given people a lot of grace, and sometimes I do just snap. Or sometimes I'm gonna say something wrong as well. God forbid I be human. Especially if you put your perceptions of me onto me or whatever, just I swear to God, I'm not going to sit here and call myself a safe space, but I am friendly to people who are neurodivergent. And I will not accept whatever. I don't give a fuck. I literally don't give a fuck. And by the way, giving me money does not give you permission to be weird to me. Okay? Money does not equal entitlement. Repeat after me. Money does not equal entitlement. Am I extremely grateful for every single $5? Yes. Okay, I so am. I'm so grateful. I have been so lucky. I have been so lucky. But fuck, man. Whatever. Anyway. I don't give a fuck. No, not you, hustling. Don't worry. You're not. No one's. You're not in the firing line. That's fucking. You. If you saw, you know what it was about. Fucking. It's fine. Oh, my baby. Girl. Guys, I'm so fucking tired. I can't be bothered writing. My wicked game? What do you mean? Don't fall asleep on the couch? You can't tell me what to do. That's... You make a really good point. I have choice paralysis. I cannot. I need to go to sleep. I'll be back tomorrow. It'll be fine. I dropped the last line. Nobody loves no one. Did I? I must be so fucking tired. Holy shit. And I need to eat. Oh my god. Oh no. I am facing insurmountable challenges in the next hour. I'm facing insurmountable challenges. Oh no. 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 Now I want to procrastinate the insurmountable challenges. Do not shower. Yeah, that's why I didn't wear any makeup. Because then I won't have to take it off. It's not a good time. I'm going to have hot water tomorrow, though. If I don't have hot water tomorrow, I'm going to consider it personally all of your faults. Just so you know. So get to manifesting, because if I don't have hot water tomorrow, I'm going to be mad at all of you. Dispersed evenly, so it shouldn't be too much for any one person to handle. Because, you know, it's dispersed over a lot of people, so it's fine. You know, it's not a big deal, actually. I can't skip dinner because I can't sleep on an empty stomach, and I currently have an empty stomach. Well, it has wine in it. But I only had eggs on rice, and then what else did I have? Oh, like biscuits with goat's cheese. Not enough food. Not a single fruit. Not a single vegetable. Oh, okay, I'm leaving. I'll go like this. Look, bye. Starting screen, but now it won't be weird when I actually leave. Because it'll, like, it's obvious that I'm leaving.